It's a 2-0 series lead for the Cavs. We are heading to game 3 on Thursday. What are some adjustments? What are some things you expect to see from both sides in this pivotal game 3 contest?
Simple. If you're the Cavs, make open shots. I don't know if that's really an adjustment, a coaching change, but just make some of the easy baskets that are in front of you. For the Magic, I think it's a little bit more complicated. We talked before. I don't know why Jalen Suggs has not been on Donovan Mitchell more. I think that's a change that Jamal Mosley has to look to make to try and slow down. If one of the Orlando's points of emphasis is keeping the Cavs from a fast start, well, then put your best defender on their best offensive player. Sort of a no-brainer. And I thought you had made a great point on the show today, and you can reiterate that again if you want, about how far out the Cavs are starting on offense. But I just think that's an easy change for me for Orlando is one, Suggs goes on Donovan, two, blitz their pick and rolls a little bit more, particularly when the ball's in Donovan's hands. Get the ball out of Donovan's hands and make Darius make decisions.
Yeah, I think Suggs on Mitchell is the first adjustment. I'm surprised it wasn't made in game 2, to be totally honest. Maybe they were saving it for game 3. They have to make shots, but I do want to give, and we're going to go over 34 minutes, so sorry, Steve Becker. I got a couple plays to show, and I didn't cut these and not use them for nothing. But we have to give JB Bickerstaff a little bit of kudos here because he, and deservedly so at times of this season, gets criticized for his lack of creativity offensively, for his out-of-timeout drops, for a lot of different reasons, and some fair, some unfair. Right now, through 2 games, he is out coaching a Coach of the Year finalist in his friend Jamal Mosley. And frankly, I don't think it's that close. On Monday's show, Jason, I sent you the text about the little last-second switches in the change of coverage after Mobley made the threes. We broke that down. If you guys want to see that, go search our YouTube page. But I found a couple other things that I don't remember them doing quite often during the regular season that they've done over the last 2 games, which has allowed them to create some space. And that is they're setting 2 high ball screens beyond the three-point arc, and they're slipping the second screener. I got a couple of plays here to dive into to kind of break this down and show you guys what I mean. Let's go to the first one here. Donovan has the ball, and I'm going to run through this 2 or 3 times. It doesn't generate a switch, which another one will in a sec. It's just going to be on repeat. He does this again. This is 2 plays in a row. That's just Donovan being Donovan. But really focus on the first one here. As he comes across, you're going to see Strus is your first screener, and then you have Jared Allen just kind of floating in the middle. He's covered by Jonathan Isaac. Franz Wagner's on Strus. Gary Harris is on Donovan Mitchell. Gary Harris has to fight over not one screen, and now he's on Donovan's hip, and Donovan does a tremendous job. I would say as good as almost any player in the league. Once he has you on your hip, you're done. He's so explosive, he's so creative, and he's so fast forward and back. His stop-start is elite that you're dead. Little jump, pull-up, cash money. I'm going to show that one more time because I want to show you what happens the next time they ran this. But see how high they start the offense, Jason? That's what we were talking about. Yep. That is so much space for Donovan to get going downhill. And Jonathan Isaac, who's a great defender, is standing flat-footed with Donovan coming downhill. I'm going to take that matchup 10 out of 10 times. It doesn't create the switch, but it puts Gary Harris in a tough decision on how to guard him. And it also, and watch Franz Wagner on this, Jason, because he's the one that gets caught next time.
Yep.
Looking around like, what do I do? Do I help? Do I go down with Allen? Do I stay out with Strus? So that's the first play, right? Let's go to the second one. This is where it does cause a switch. Same 2 players, except this time you have Paolo Banchero guarding Jonathan Allen. You have Wagner on Max Strus, and you have Gary Harris guarding Donovan Mitchell. It's set high. There's a ton of space, and this is going to cause a switch here. You have Gary Harris switch on to Jared Allen as he rolls to the bucket. Big on little. You have Paolo Banchero trying to guard Donovan Mitchell, and Wagner sticks back with Max Strus. They slip that second screener to create the switch, as opposed to just having Paolo Banchero roll with Jared Allen, or even Franz Wagner, who's 6'10". Now, Mitchell's going to miss the step back here, but it's the premise of the offense of creating the look you want. You slip that second screener because now Gary Harris has to force. If Donovan wanted to, that's a lot of space in the paint there, Jason. He takes one more dribble to his left, feeds it down low. I'm taking my chances with Jared Allen on Gary Harris in the paint. We saw Jonathan Isaac switch on to Evan Mobley in the first game because Evan Mobley destroyed Cole Anthony in that post situation. I thought they had a chance to do that there with Jared Allen. Here's the third one. This is with Darius Garland as your pick and roll ball handler. Another 2-screen set. Mobley, the second screener, is going to slip again. George Niang's the key on this play, guys. So George Niang comes back, gets the ball, and goes immediately down and catches a screen here from it's either Max Strus or Sam Merrill.
I can't tell who that is.
George Niang can't shoot right now, so he makes the right play to pass it down, but that's an open jump shot. It's an even better pass down there to Evan Mobley in a one-on-one situation in the post. Mobley makes a little jump hook. When he catches it there, he has to finish. And creating those opportunities by using, and it was Sam Merrill setting that screen, not Max Strus. We'll watch it again from the top. Screener, Cole Anthony's rolling. You have Mo Wagner recovering. He's already one step out of position. Niang catch, quick screen. What does Orlando do? Cole Anthony goes under the screen. That's either a shot, a dump down to Evan Mobley. Little things like that. Just tiny, tiny, tiny adjustments you may miss in the actual flow of the game, Jason. Excuse me. Are generating good looks for the Cavs. And once again, back to their offense, they're missing a ton of shots. I think they're getting a lot of shots they want. And kudos to JB Bickerstaff and his staff for coming up with some creative wrinkles that they didn't use in the regular season to get guys looks in the space they want them to get shots at.
Yeah, I don't know that I recall. I mean, I don't pay that close of attention to the double high screen that you're talking about, but that doesn't look like I've seen that very often. Have you?
I don't remember seeing it very often in the regular season. That feels like a little wrinkle they were saving to pull out against an aggressive team. That doesn't work if they just switch and trade everything off up top. The fact that Orlando is willing to chase guys over with Harris and Suggs allows you to get a little more creative in who's slipping. So it's not such an easy communication on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. Good work by JB and the staff, because you're right. He takes a lot of criticism for an unimaginative offense, only defensive minded, and they're not making the shots, but certainly they're creating the open looks. Now the shots just have to fall.
That is it. You want to make a prediction for Game 3? I know you'll be on the show Tuesday, but do you have any reason to believe they won't win at least?
Yeah, I think they split. I think they split in Orlando. I said before the series I thought it'd be Cavs in 6. You know, it's starting to feel like Cavs in 5. But I'm curious to see, like, these shots that Orlando's missing in Cleveland, they're going to go in at home. You would think that at home with the home crowd behind you. And there was moments in that game last night. You know, we talked about a little bit on the show today. It's a 20-point lead in the fourth quarter. Orlando gets it down to 10, and I think that they had one kind of an open look to get it down to single figures, and they just miss a shot because that's what they do. But, you know, you get that at home. If they get off to a fast start, Jamal Mosley's really preaching fast start, guys, fast start, fast start. If Orlando can get out to an 8-0, 10-0 lead on the Cavs early, it'll be a different game. I think they at least split in Orlando. I'll stick with 6. It's feeling like 5, but I'll stick with Cavs in 6 right now.
I picked Cavs in 6. I also think it goes Cavs in 5 now. I can't see Cleveland losing at home. I think they split in Orlando, and it ends in Game 5 back here in Cleveland in front of the home crowd.